Hey guys, welcome out to the range. Today I wanted to show you something I've been working on. As you guys know, I've switched over to an RMR 04, which is a fiber optics driven RMR. The dot is on the large side. It's a 7 MOA dot, but at 7 MOA, those targets are roughly 10 yards or so, and that's a 6-inch lollipop. And the 7 MOA dot cleanly sits, if this is 6 inches, the dot is sitting like the tip of my finger right here. So it gives you a clean sight picture, and it gives you a fair amount of accuracy. So accuracy out of a dot of this size is not the problem. The problem with an optic on a handgun is actually finding the dot consistently. And what I found in practicing with these is I have to, how can I put it? I have to put in the work on a target that is small enough to force me to find, and I'm going to contradict myself here, to force me to find the good shot. Because typically speaking, when it comes to combatives, you're looking for the good enough shot. But if you're trying to find an optic, if you're trying to train your eyes to find an optic, then you have to practice finding the good shot, which is why I have a good sized target. Missed that last one. Have a good sized target, and that's probably 8 or 9 inches around that face. But these targets here are essentially 3x5 cards. So what you end up having to do is go from the ready position, find your target, get your hit. Go to the ready position, find your target, missed that one. Ready position, find your target, and right there I've lost the dot. There is the dot. And as you guys know, when you lose your dot, you find your sights, you find the dot. There's the dot. There's the dot. And I'm also practicing squeezing the trigger because I've committed to shooting this. So I squeeze the trigger and I hold. I've lost the dot. There, I found the dot. And you can see that with a flash sight picture, as long as I'm locked on, it becomes a good sight picture when you're talking about an optic. A little bit low. Better. And that thing's beginning to turn on me. Nice center hit there. A little bit low. Alright, so you guys get the point of what I'm after. I'm training my eyes to get that flash sight picture, but I have to pause long enough to get a good sight picture. So I'm not looking for the good enough, I'm looking for the good. For training for this purpose. Finding the dot, I'm finding, visually tracking the dot, I'm finding is a bit of a pain because there's a minimal sight window, and I know that people like the SRO. I like the SRO, it's a little on the big side. And so is the, what's the name of that optic? The one from Aimpoint, Acro. The Aimpoint Acro, that looks like a cinder block sitting on top of the gun. I like the RMR, it works. I like this RMR, the RMR 04. This is the amber one, and it really has impressed me. The screws are still solidly in the same position. I have witness marks on my screws. It holds its zero quite well. That's pretty much where I was looking just now. So it gets the job done and then some. And it suits my needs quite well. I know that I am not at all an authority on optics. I have no problem admitting that. I've been running optics on handguns long before it was cool to have an optic on a handgun in the GS17. But I wholly admit that I am not an authority on optics on handguns. I have a lot of pistol work under my belt, and I have the certificates of all the stacks of classes that I've done to prove it. And what's interesting is going to an optic on a handgun, once you get accustomed to that optic, what you find is the optic takes over your trigger finger. It's the weirdest effect. You visually track that dot, and it's like this is now informing this to pull the trigger. Obviously it's running through here, but the speed at which the computation occurs is way faster than front sight, rear sight, equal light, equal height, pull the trigger. Now it's look through the optic with the lead eye, look past the optic with the support eye, track the threat, hit the threat. And the computation for that really comes down to look at the threat. Like, for example, this target out here is probably 25, dead center hit. And all I did was just look at it and smack the thing. So optics on handguns, yeah. I just don't like optics on handguns that require batteries. And now it just got out of control in the comment section. As always, I thank you guys for your support. I thank you for your sling purchases. I thank you for your sticker purchases. I've got a new product getting ready to hit the shelves. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I guarantee it. God bless you all. Get those guns out in practice. Have a good one.